Recording. Okay, now I've turned on the radar cruise control and I'm following the car in front. So this is the closest distance I can get to the Vios in front. Now, you are viewing from a wide angle screen, so it may be distorted. The car might seem further apart than it actually is, but from what I can see, it's about 3 cars away. 3 to 4 cars away is the minimum setting that the car allows me to follow the car in front. The lane departure is actually being activated, but whenever I use radar cruise control, I prefer to put my hands on. You can see my legs are not on the brakes or the accelerator pedal. And during traffics like these, where it's very taxing because you are going at speeds, try and see if the car actually, look at the car slowing down by itself because of this idiot who cuts in all of a sudden, and it does so without jerking the brakes, you know, like really suddenly chopping it, but it alarms me and then it brakes for me, which is really safe. Now we're going about 100. This is the kind of traffic and speed that is dangerous because you can't do anything. There's a lot of cars and you're going at speeds that can easily kill you if you run into an accident. And having this system like that actually takes, you see he's coming out again, look at this. Go here, okay, the car's gonna slow down, but it did not alarm me because this round we're not very near. So it's damn good to have systems like that. Of course, this is not, I mean we know cars that are more expensive have these sort of systems, but this is, don't forget, this is a full mid-size luxury SUV at 238,000 with this feature. Yeah. So there are a lot of SME bosses who actually bought themselves an Accord or Camry and they sit behind. Why? Because the rear portion of an Accord or Camry is still more spacious than an E-Class or a 5 Series. Okay, the only car within that segment that is more spacious would be the Lexus ES. Okay, this one though has a sitting position that I would say is very near that of an S-Class. Why? Mainly because of this backrest that you can adjust. There are 5 steps to adjust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if you sit like this in a Porsche Macan, yes, I'm not joking, the Porsche Macan, you're actually sitting like that, is very upright. In the GLA is very upright. In the XC40 as well is upright. And this guy, you sit like this. I think it's the cheapest car on sale that allows the back passenger or the boss of a small SME company to sit like that in this position. This is like the half reclined OSIM hell type of sitting position. You know those ads where Lao Tak Wah sit down like sorry, I'm laughing at myself. That day the C-Class, I can feel the raindrops. Yeah, this one I can't. Yeah, it's slightly better insulated on top. Yeah. Well, I can't do my walk around video, but this is how you sit at the back here. And cup holders. And if you're hiring a driver to bring you around comfortably and smoothly, do not hire someone who used to drive an MX-5.
Stop saying that!
MX-5 drivers, right?
I'm damn good at corners, okay?
Yeah. It's even nicer when your driver or your chauffeur is a pretty girl, but dia punya driving ini orang punya driving ini is if you sit next to her, two-seater car, mantap. You sit behind you sit
lagi mantap
you sit behind.
Your passengers also wouldn't feel.
Yeah. We were talking in the car and we're speaking rather softly, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether you guys can listen to this or not, but we're going 150. And the soundproofing is...
Yeah, actually, I can just speak normally, like we're in an enclosed environment.
呀呀呀呀呀呀！
Nothing obstructing us.
Oh, 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150. 150 Certainly beats the soundproofing of the C classes I drove the other day. No challenge. So good. I didn't realize I was going at this kind of speed. You see now?
That's stable, huh? Don't even realize.
Yeah, it's like 150, 160, but maybe everyone's going this speed also lah. Malaysian, typical. So I like the fact that this one, right, the throttle, I just need to press a little bit and the car will pull. It is effortless in that way. Okay, so this with 228 horsepower and 350 Newton meters of torque, this is very, very usable in day-to-day driving. That means you won't find yourself stressing the engine too often. So it has enough power to just move the car comfortably. And in fact, I think having an engine like that, it might be more fuel efficient, because very, very seldom I need to go high RPM, to be honest. You see, I just depressed my throttle a little bit, 2000 over RPM, and my car pulled from 75 to 110.
800 meters, keep right.
It is effortless. Okay, so I purposely use the car's GPS to go home, because I want to see the integration of my smartphone, of my music, and my GPS and my speakers, and I just drive like that. I noticed one thing: it is able to give directions clearer than it is via visually showing me, even though this is rather okay. But of course, we're used to Google Maps, we're used to Waze and things like that. This is perfectly okay, but I think just listening alone is good enough. So they add in a lot of features. Okay, they add in quite a number of features into the car. 228 horsepower, 350 Newton meters of torque, and at this price, 238. This price, right, you are only like about... What else can you get for this price in terms of SUVs? You're getting an X1 only, an X1, and the XC40 is another 20,000 on top of this. And this is, interior wise, this is larger than the XC60 even. Alright, so yeah, not bad. Comfortable. I will show you the back seats later. And I think the ergonomics are great. The ergonomics are really good in this car. Very Japanese, very unabashedly Japanese, but it's the usual Japanese that we like. Pragmatic and usable. Busy now. Oh, the moment of truth. Let's try the Smart Tag. Nice! All cars should come with built-in Smart Tag and built-in dash cam and built-in turbochargers and for those of you who bought this, you can go after quite some cars. To be honest, it's fast. It is fast. Yeah. What else? Let's do a walk around later. Cheers. Let's have a look at the car. And I actually requested for the low spec version. They have two versions, right? They call it the there's one luxury, and then they have the premium. The other one has panoramic sunroof and powered tailgate. Okay, but this one, the features are pretty good as well. Let's go through the design again. This is the facelift version, and as you guys know, I have reviewed the Harrier, but earlier on the one that I reviewed are from the grey importers. Okay, so the grey imported ones, the people who bought them early at 240,000, they got the one with the 2-liter engine, 2-liter NA engine. So I would be lying if I said that is powerful enough. But when I reviewed that car, I said that treat that car as a taller Camry, a taller 2-liter Camry, and you'll be completely fine, because nobody objects to the proposition of a Camry, right? A 2-liter Camry is something that everybody buys, it's comfortable, it goes about, but this one has the taller ride height. This is now updated with the 2-liter turbocharged engine, and this makes 350 Newton meters of torque. So basically, in terms of torque figures, this is exactly the same as the Mercedes GLC 250, but it makes a little bit more horsepower, 228 horsepower, and I like how they tune the power delivery of this car, which I will go on later. Now the front is this new styling, very sleek design, and actually, a lot of car makers, they make fake side intakes where it looks like a grille but actually is blocked off. But actually this is the way to do it because it looks good, it looks modern, and you don't have to lie about it, and it's sleek and it's aerodynamic. Even the grills, look at this, you have these lovely patterns in the grille. And of course, like all Harriers, you get your own Harrier logo. Okay, this has been a tradition since the Harrier came about in 1998. Now the Harrier is the first car in the world that proved to everybody that even an SUV, a 4x4, or in Malaysia, we call all 4x4s, we call them Jeeps last time, right? We don't call them SUVs last time. You ask your parents, every single 4x4, they call them a Jeep. Toyota is the first car maker that decided to lead the industry, that showing everybody that you can make a luxury car out of a 4x4, which culminated in today's Porsche Cayenne, Bentley Bentayga, BMW X5, Audi Q7, Volvo XC90, and even Rolls-Royce Cullinan. They all started from this guy here, the predecessor of the Harrier that debuted in 1998. Okay, this one has really lovely headlamps. Look at that. Okay, there's some carbon fiber look-alike inserts there, which looks really good. In terms of design, this is a very, very good looking car. Okay, you have some sort of chrome bits up here, and it's not like it's chrome all around, it's nice. It's sleek. It definitely looks like a luxury car, but it's very distinctive in its own styling that Toyota has designed for this car. Toyota is a brand that is very dynamic. They can make forklifts, they can make small little compact cars, they can make luxury cars. In fact, in the Toyota group that consists of Lexus and Toyota, the most expensive car they make is Toyota branded. It's not Lexus branded. It is the Toyota Century with the V12 engine. And this is 18-inch tire, 55-235. Okay. Now from the sides, this car is equipped with keyless entry. Okay, not the button type, because as a proper luxury car, you have the touch sensitive type. Down here, the door plates are in chrome, which matches the front. Looks good as well. Okay, coming to the back, I heard everybody said that new Porsche rear tail lamp designs look exactly like Harriers, right? Then I think about it, now I look at it, yes, I get where it is. Slim tail lamps and one light bar that connects, and then the Toyota logo in the middle. And this has some 3D effect. Oh, the car locks itself back because I did not enter the car, which is a good safety feature. Okay, and then here you have the turbo word, proudly emblazoned there. So this is the facelift. The rear tail lamps has a smoke effect that is different from the earlier generation. And then of course this one has a spoiler that extends this thing down here. Good looking car. It is a good looking car. This thing is sort of like a Harrier character line, right? That all Harriers have that towards the back. This sloping D pillar. This D pillar that has this edgy design. So the car is good looking. It's it's a nice car. Nice, good looking car. Okay, let's go to the boot. Now you don't get power boot. Remember, the car was locked, right? You still can open it. Okay, so this is the boot. You have a tonneau cover over here. Simple, nothing fancy. But look at this. Ooh, what's that? These things help you glide your luggage in. Okay, And then you can raise this up. There are some compartments there that you can house inside here. And then this piece is pretty high quality. Some car makers one are pretty cheap. And then down here you get additional storage compartments inside here, and it's a good thick soundproofing material. Oh, nice scuff plates here that won't scratch your plastic, glides your luggage in. And then the tonneau cover, just now I saw something. Look at this part, the whole opening here. I am very certain that you can hold the tonneau cover inside here. You can take out this tonneau cover and put it inside. I do not know why so many SUV makers do not design a place to hold the tonneau cover. It is something important. Okay, you get some hook points here, some tethering points here. That's about it. All right, it's okay. Is it big enough? It's big enough, but it's not super duper deep. But considering the fact that you get extra compartments down there, I think it's pretty alright. And it's not a particularly huge SUV. You guys know that I don't have a huge problem whether you have power tailgate or not. In fact, when you don't have power tailgate, you get to close the boot faster and open it faster as well. So inside here, you get powered seats, lumbar adjustment as well. The plastics are alright. It's not like some German cars, right? The focal points, they put very high quality plastics, and then down here they skimped on it. Okay, door bins. The door bins are not very big, but you still can put a small bottle over here, your wallet over here. That's about it. It doesn't have a full length door bin, which I find it interesting because there's nothing here. If the speakers are here, well, can't complain too much. But you have a nice smooth leather door card that is very, very comfortable. When you put your arm here, it's just absolutely comfortable. Very plush, nice stitching, and that Harrier logo there. Okay, this is the carbon fiber effect plastic I talk about. Oh well, you need to have some patterns there anyway. Look a bit tacky, to be honest, but not a deal breaker for me. Now, start the car. Look at the steering wheel. Oh my. Yes, that's what you get from a luxury car, right? The steering wheel glides up for you, and then when you switch off the car, it glides back to ease your ingress and egress. Okay, you would have noticed by now, this is fully leather clad, beautiful dashboard. The dashboard is just beautiful. I like the way it is designed. Right, the concave surfaces, the mixture of materials. There's some satin chrome materials over here. Looks really good, and it wraps around the center infotainment cluster as well, and the aircon vents as well. Steering wheel is leather clad, perforated on the sides, nice grip. No pedal shifters, but not too big of a problem because the pairing of the gearbox and engine is pretty good. The calibration is pretty well done. All right, the aircon control vents, the HVAC controls, they are all touch sensitive over here. Okay, so it takes some hand-eye coordination, okay, but it's not something that again, it's not a deal breaker. Okay, you can press, you can glide down. So well, it's something new instead of buttons, touch sensitive. Now the biggest difference with the Harrier import ones is that you have a fully connected system. All right, your infotainment system, with your GPS, with your phone, Bluetooth, everything works, and then stereos play through the car. I mean, because if you bought the Harrier imported ones, you can't touch that, and you need to find a place to install your players and all that. So this is standardized across all Toyota range now. Okay, user friendly, not super laggy, but I would be lying if I say this is the best. Okay, but I tried the GPS just now. I tried everything with it just now. It's all right, and I believe it's Android based. What is not Android based, right? When Volvo Sensors is also Android based. One thing I really appreciate what Toyota is doing now, and no other car makers are doing, is that all their cars come equipped with dashcam, inbuilt dashcam, high quality, well calibrated dashcam. You don't need to redo wiring. A lot of cars end up in fire because wiring wasn't done well, and it's a very, very good approach that Toyota equips There are cars with dash cams nowadays. And look at this little thing here, Smart Tag. Yes, this car has an inbuilt touch and go Smart Tag system as well, and it feels higher quality than the ones we have. Okay, put your touch and go card here, and you're good to go. A very deep center console, pretty nice, carpeted inside. I mean, it's a luxury car. What do you expect, right? And then this glides. I like that. This is what I mentioned in some sophistication in the premium car. You have to have that. Okay, and this is a design feature. I mean, all cars need focal points, so you come up the car, your center console, your gear lever, and then your steering wheel are your focal points, and this one helps create that design, that emotion. Okay, and then some unique approach here. You open it like that, and that's the cup holders, where you can remove this and turn it into a compartment if you want to, or can leave it there as a cup holder. I like these flexibilities. Okay, here you can put some other stuff as well, but interestingly it says no water and drinks like that. Why? Because the 12-volt socket is over here. Okay, so for those of you who felt that one USB port is not enough, you can put one here and then put your peripherals over there. Okay, because this system has a built-in USB port. It has a built-in USB port and HDMI port. Okay, you can plug in your stuffs over here. In terms of the sun visors, pretty high quality, soft, nice. It's this type, very common. Okay, we see that, and you have a card holder here as well. I really appreciate that. Okay, it's nice. So all these are all right, you know. So I think this car is a very, very comfortable car to be in. You know, the seats are good, the support is good, it's adjustable. It's a nice tall Camry, but it's better equipped than and it feels more modern than driving a 4-door big sedan now, right? To have in a premium SUV. Okay, and this car goes. All right. Now, some features. Even though this is the lower spec version, 238,000. See that? Lane keep assist, radar cruise control. Yes, you have it in this car. Nice. But I noticed this is not some level 4 semi-autonomous system. The car actually prevents you from crossing the lane. Okay, and you have radar cruise control. If your speed is below 50 km/h, the lane keep assist is switched off. Okay, rain comes, the wiper goes up. Right? Oh, a bit of rain again. The best part about this car are the rear seats. Yes, the rear seats, because there are no other cars that give you this kind of recline sitting position in these sort of price point that we were talking about. So leg room is not an issue at all. There are plenty of leg room, headroom as well. But what I really appreciate is the backrest. There's 6 stops. There are 6 stops, and this is the lowest point, and it's so comfortable on long journeys, right? It's so nice to be able to sit like that, and it's very, very comfortable. I just love the backrest, being able to do this, and it's designed from day one to be able to do that, because looking at where the tonneau cover seats, you know, and then this small little window here, all this, and for 5'11" me, I find it extremely comfortable at the back here. There are certain cars with more leg room, but when you're able to recline like that, it feels so good to sit behind this. It's almost as if you're in a S-Class or something, because you can sit like that. Not many cars can give you this recline position. This is almost like your Osim or your Jintel or Ogawa kind of, you know, massage sitting position. So I really appreciate that, to be in a car at the kind of price point that is entry for premium cars. Premium cars, you know, they start about 200-ish thousand, and like that. Pretty good. The backrest, they are 60-40 split. Okay, and then the ISOFIX points are hidden inside. So yeah, very nice, very comfy, and I like it. Very well equipped as well for this price point, because when you consider the price point, you consider the horsepower figures and the legendary Toyota reliability. Toyota Harrier, earlier on when they brought this car in, they faced stock issues, but now they have solved it. So you can go in and get yourself a test drive, compare it with other cars within the same price point. Very hard to find this package, provided you're someone, you want a more dynamic, more edgy looking car. You don't want to look like you're 35 years old, then maybe you might opt for something else that is more sporty. But this one is really refined, it drives well, it's powerful enough, it's comfortable, very comfortable in fact. Cheers.